listeners, welcome to another fascinating, riveting, engrossing episode of Celebrating Life on FM Rainbow 107.1 MHz. I'm your friend and host, Viveck Shetty. Today the subject is truly special. And let me tell you why. Well, today we're going to talk about a companion. A companion who's constant with us in our journey of life from birth to death. A companion whom you were never married to, but trust me, there's no scope for divorce either. A companion who's 72% of the planet and who's also 72% of the system. Our system, human system. Is this a coincidence? Not at all, it's a design. And do we respect the design? Probably not. In fact, on the contrary, we probably abuse it to the deepest core. To take this sensitive subject forward, I guess by now all of you will have realized I'm talking about water. And today we're going to talk about water in a particular context. That context is the Kaveri River. To take this conversation forward, to take this sensitive subject forward, I also have a very special guest with me. She's a mother, she's an activist, an actress, a budding organic farmer, if I've got my words right, a yoga enthusiast, and a lot more. More importantly, she's found her way into millions of hearts with her stellar performances in movies like Kayamat Se Kayamat Tak, Dar, Hum Hai Rahi Pyar Ki, and many more. She's done wonders even in the art genre with her movie My Brother Nikhil. Yes, all this and a lot more. And FM Rainbow is going to welcome this special guest in our very own special way. So here we go. Juhi Chawla ji.
Thank you so much. What an interesting introduction. जी. मेरा दिल तो यूँ कर रहा था कि आप चलते ही जाइए, बोलते ही जाइए, गाते ही जाइए. तारीफ इतनी हो रही है, मैं क्यों रोकूं?
But trust me, you don't believe in flattery, but what you've done has had impact, and that is why we are talking about this subject.
Thank you.
Whether it's your body of work in Bollywood or whether it's what you're doing in terms of social causes, whether it's the Kaveri River, whether it's radiation, mobile radiation, or some other environment-related subject. So, getting straight down to the brass tacks, Juhi ji, for those who are not initiated on this sensitive subject of the Kaveri River, I would like you to give our listeners a quick crash course on what is this Kaveri calling all about.
ये quick crash नहीं होगा, थोड़ा सा लंबा होगा, so please bear with me.
Please.
So about 2 years ago, Sadhguruji, Sri Jaggi Vasudevji, he started this rally for rivers, wherein he was trying to create awareness of what are we doing to our rivers. Are we realizing that we are polluting them, they are getting depleted, and within years, within our lifetime, we will see a drastic fall in the quality and the quantity of our rivers, river waters. And it's going to be a very big, serious problem we will leave behind for the children. So we must all wake up and try to and think about how to nourish the rivers again. Otherwise, we're going to lose this, because civilization depends on rivers. It only starts with rivers.
Absolutely.
Where you have no water, there is no life.
There's no life.
So before we go too far, he wanted to wake up this country. And he had a huge rally, I mean, it went all across the country, through all the states and right up to the Prime Minister, where all the governments said, yes, state governments said they would cooperate and do something. The government of Maharashtra and one government, I think it's Goa, they started actual work on, environment and water related issues. Now he said now it is time for action. That was awareness, now it's time for action. So he started Kaveri calling in September this year.
Okay.
Wherein he says he's going to take up Kaveri, and his plan, very ambitious and very noble plan, is to plant about 242 crore trees.
Amazing.
In the river basin, which means within say a kilometer of the banks of the river Kaveri through its entire length and breadth. So some of that land is forest land which comes under government, where they will do their bit.
Right.
But what about the farmland which is owned by private farmers?
Absolutely. That's a large portion.
And that's quite a large portion.
Yes.
So now these farmers, mostly what has happened, all the trees slowly have been cut down and you have taken farming right up to the banks of the river.
Right.
What happens with this is that with the fertilizers that are being used, the farming practices of using machinery, flattening the land, pesticides, killing the bugs, all this makes the soil harder. It takes away all the
Organic content.
of the land.
Yes.
And then when it rains, it slides into the river.
There's
The
no water
soil
damage.
goes off along with it.
Yes.
The river beds start to rise.
Yes.
The water, instead of going into the ground, slides off the ground and into the sea.
Right.
Before you know it, your rivers have started to
Right.
dry up faster than they did.
Right.
And I said, I'm an organic farmer and my farm is actually right next to the river here in Maharashtra.
Okay.
And every year we are seeing that the river earlier जून में थोड़ा सा वो ड्राई अप हो जाती थी, अभी मई में इस पिछले साल तो अप्रैल में ही पानी खत्म हो गया. So we are actually seeing that what he's saying is true. So what he wants is that these trees that you will donate for, which is 42 rupees a sapling, it's nothing. We spend that kind of money on absolutely the smallest things.
Right.
These trees will be, you will contribute 42 rupees, 8 rupees will be contributed by the farmers and they will plant trees on their farms.
Okay.
For fruits, for nuts, for whatever,
Yes.
so that there is a tree cover in about 3/4 of their land and this will increase their incomes between 300 to 800% in 5 years.
Wow. Fantastic. Yeah.
So this helps the farmers, this helps the soil, this helps the river. Also when you have more trees, it seeds clouds.
Right.
So you will encourage rainfall in that area. So there's multiple levels
Of
this is
benefits.
going. Yes.
Yes.
But this needs all of us
To participate. 100%. So that was a fantastic intro into what is Kaveri Calling all about. And my dear listeners, for those of you who believe in statistics, our rivers are depleting by about 7 to 8% per year. So which technically means in about 15 to 20 years, all our rivers should be almost dry. And the Kaveri in particular has already depleted about 46%. Yeah. So that's where the statistics lie, really telling statistics. But at this point of time, with Kaveri Calling, we're going to take our first break and we're going to take Juhi ji's favorite songs. She's our DJ, in-house